Hey guys, Taju22 here, and up next is that special extra match that we were going to have, and it was going to be depending on what happened in the last match. So, since the challenger, Jake the Snake, won and is the new champion, we get to have this match. So, this matchup is a 6-man battle royal, and it's going to be for the... Well, it's really called the hardcore title, but I just like to call it the 24/7 championship. So here's the 24/7 champion himself, Alberto Del Rio, and the way this match came about was that the Great Khali, he wanted a championship match. In fact, just about anybody that was interested in, getting a shot at that title wanted to get to him, and Del Rio was forced to make a compromise, and that is to defend it in a match like this. A 6-man battle royal in which, the last man standing wins the match and the championship. So that's pretty much how this match came about because, really, Del Rio, let's be honest, Del Rio is nothing more than a coward. He could have accepted a challenge, although, to be fair, a lot of people wanted to get his championship, and before, nobody could get to him. And that was because he, in addition to Del Rio himself, you had to deal with the remainder of the group that he's the leader of, and that's the Assassins. And that also includes this man. This man. And his name is Unico. Now, Unico is yet another member of the Assassins, and obviously he's in this match more or less to protect Del Rio, but that's more or less it. So, if anything, he might also be inclined to look out for himself if given half the chance, but, that's the thing about Unico. I'll tell you one thing right now, the man makes me sick. He just, the fact that he's a very shady character, and, but that's not because of his heritage, it's just the character. So, that's something to keep in mind, though. Other than that, he's a really good wrestler. Very accomplished wrestler in his own right, so do not let the packaging fool you. He may look like a punk, but he doesn't wrestle like one, I'll tell you that much. So, don't think just because he looks like a punk that he is. So, just don't take him for what he is. So, take him for who he is, but not for what he is, okay? Just so you know. But one of the people that challenged him, along with 3 others, and you'll see them in a moment, but one of them is the former 24/7 champion, and it just so happens to be this man. The Great Khali. Yes, the Great Khali. He demanded a rematch, and there's no real way to get a rematch other than to actually just go up to Del Rio and challenge him straight up. But of course, even the Great Khali is not stupid enough to, just go up to Del Rio, knowing full well that the other assassins could come in and, take out the Great Khali or anybody that tries to get to Del Rio. So, if anything, Del Rio was kind of painted into a corner. Because half of the Assassins are slated, to take on the World Tag Team Champions in the next match, in the match after this one. So that kind of left Del Rio and Unico by themselves. And against 4 other people, yeah, not a chance. So Del Rio just took a plea bargain and decided to have this match contested in this format rather than try to fight him in the streets, which technically is allowed because, well, it's the 24/7 championship. It is called that for a reason. It's not 7-Eleven, it's 24/7. You just go in there and the thing about the 24/7 championship is that anybody can challenge for it at any time, at any place. Heck, anyone, even anybody that's not even on the roster can challenge for it. It's crazy. But up next is one of the first new wrestlers. Take a look. Alright, match underway here. So anyway, the rules of this match are very, very simple. The last man standing after all others have been eliminated is declared the winner. And if at any time the champion gets pinned by anybody, that man becomes the champion. But ultimately, as I said before, the last man standing wins. And you can be eliminated by pinfall or submission. So, anyway, match underway, and this is going to be very crazy as we go through this match. Although, as competitors get eliminated, it will become much easier to keep up. So, that's another thing to keep in mind there. Anyway, the man in red and black, especially with his face covered in it, that's Deadpool. Deadpool from the Marvel Comics. He's kind of like the... he's not a villain per se, but he's definitely not a hero. So I guess you can say he's kind of like an anti-hero, in a way. So he's kind of like a badass, if you will. And then, of course, you know who Bill Cosby is. I don't have to tell you who Bill Cosby is. I mean, the man is... Well, he's a television and a comic legend, no doubt about that. Of course, we all know of the accusations made, but like I said, it's better to assume innocence until proven guilty. I mean, I can't say that he did do it because there's no proof in that. And then, of course, the guy in the suit, that's George Lopez, the famous comedian, George Lopez. And now, wait a minute, Deadpool has an armbar on Unico, but actually Unico actually gets out of that, believe it or not, so the match continues. Of course, if Unico gets eliminated, well, that's all that happens. Unico is out of the match, if he had submitted. So anyway, we have George Lopez and the Great KHALI at each other, and then you have Deadpool, who has that armbar submission once again on Unico. If Unico taps out... No, he doesn't. He actually stays in. And then you have Del Rio, the 24/7 champion himself, you know, paired up against Bill Cosby. And then a stomp right to the arm of Bill Cosby. And of course, anyone who is familiar with video game wrestling organizations like Story Mode Federation and EWF would know the exploits of Bill Cosby. In EWF, one of the things that he did that was very, very sick, and it really made me sick if you really think about it, is that in EWF, this is like I said, this is a video game wrestling organization, and anything that happens here, or anything that happens there doesn't exactly happen in this universe, so just keep that in mind. And as well as in the fifth dimension, so that's all I can say about that. And anyway, what happened in EWF is that he actually drowned his son Theo in a pool. Well, Theo as in Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show. He actually drowned his son in a pool. Like, while some people might think that's funny, you know, considering it's a video game and all that, that was not cool, man. Oh, wait a minute, Jello Slammo! Jello Slammo, he calls that, that driver move, the Jello Slammo, and, well, he kicked out, did, Del Rio. In SMF, Story Mode Federation, he came in, I think it was, Season 6, I think? I forget what season it was, but it was the 2008 season. He came in, and he took over as the commissioner of SMF, and you know, he made some very, very controversial rulings as the commissioner, and this lasted until, you know, he lost the commissionership from the guy that he took the commissionership to begin with, and that was Chuck Norris. So that's something that Bill Cosby is known for. 1, 2, and back and forth go Bill Cosby and Del Rio. If Bill Cosby gets the pin here, he becomes champion. No. And a pinfall on Great KHALI. 1. No, kick out by Great KHALI. And oh my God, I didn't realize until just now that Unico has been busted open. I didn't realize it until just now. And as for George Lopez, for those of you who don't know who George Lopez is, he's a comedian. But he is one of 4 of the greatest Latin kings of comedy. You have to go check that out. You have to check out his material to even know what I'm talking about. And now, wait a minute. Jello Slammo once again to Del Rio by Bill Cosby. And if he gets this, he becomes the champion. 1, 2, yep, that's it. Del Rio is gone. But more important than that, Bill Cosby is now the 24/7 champion. So if Bill Cosby can survive the remainder of this match and not get pinned and ultimately win the match himself, he'll remain as champion. So right now Bill Cosby is the champion, so he can pin somebody to get rid of him, and that's all he would be doing. So right now Bill Cosby is the champion, so just bear that in mind as you watch this. And now Cosby going for the crossface, shades of that one guy who, you know what, I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there, as Hunico just tapped out to the crossface by Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby gets rid of another guy. In fact, he actually got rid of both of the assassins in this matchup, so the assassins are no more in this one. So now you just have Cosby, the champion, George Lopez, Deadpool, and the man who the assassins had wronged, that, you know, the guy that they took the championship from to begin with going into this season, the Great KHALI. So if you're Deadpool and if you're Bill Cosby or George Lopez, you want to get rid of the Great KHALI. I mean, I know Great KHALI may not be the best wrestler, but I mean, the man is an animal, I tell you one thing. And Bill Cosby all of a sudden goes for Deadpool. I'm not sure why, but he does. And wait, what's Bill Cosby doing? Okay, Bill Cosby, what the hell are you doing? Okay, that was kind of random. 1, 2, no wait, 1, no. There were 2 pinfall covers going on at once. Okay, well now that there's only 4 men in the ring left, it'll make it much more easier for me to keep up with, as both KHALI and Deadpool are in a tree of woe, although Deadpool is getting the worst of it by getting choked out by Bill Cosby. 1, 2, no kick out by Deadpool. Excuse me. So right now Bill Cosby's the champion, and like I said, all he has to do is survive the remainder of the way. And what's Cosby doing? Wait, what's he doing? Oh, come on, don't do that. Wow, he was really stuffing his, I guess you can say he was stuffing his yam bag in the face of Deadpool. And that was apparently enough to beat him. Wow, I did not realize that Deadpool was weak to other people's yam bags. Don't take that too seriously, folks. 1, 2, no, kick out by George Lopez. And if you're Bill Cosby and George Lopez, you would be better served to try to get rid of the Great KHALI right now. And wow, whipped into the corner really hard by the Great KHALI. 1, no, kick out by George Lopez, and now Bill Cosby's going to help him up. And whipped into the corner is George Lopez, and wow, what a move by Bill Cosby onto the Great KHALI. Like I said, Great KHALI, he may be a clumsy wrestler, but don't take him for a fool. I mean, he is very dangerous considering the size and strength that he has. I mean, because really, the Assassins, I mean, they went up against him 3 against 1, and that's what it took to beat the Great KHALI. And wow, nice move by Bill Cosby. Is that enough to take him out? 1, 2. I guess so. So far, Bill Cosby has eliminated all the competition, and all that's left between him and holding on to the championship, the 24/7 championship, is George Lopez. And a nice T-bone suplex on a George Lopez. And now what's Bill Cosby going to do here? Inverted atomic drop onto George Lopez. I mean, right now George Lopez is getting his butt kicked. Although, finally he does a counter onto Bill Cosby. And now what's he going to do here? Nope, countered by Bill Cosby into a facebuster. And now, wait, what's Bill Cosby doing? Jello Slammo. Jello Slammo onto George Lopez. 1, 2, 3. So Bill Cosby won the championship from Alberto Del Rio. He was the first one eliminated, was Del Rio. And Bill Cosby practically eliminated the rest of the competition, including the Great Khali, and the last guy he eliminated was a fellow comedian in George Lopez. So the winner of this match and the new hardcore champion, or the 24/7 champion, okay, the new 24/7 champion, excuse me, the winner and new 24/7 champion is, of all people, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. I cannot believe that Bill Cosby, like, just like what he did in EWF and just like he did in SMF, his debut was nothing short of just, you know, just, there's no words to describe that. Because that's how, it's indescribable, is what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, Bill Cosby, the new 24/7 champion. I cannot believe this. Now the question is, who's going to be crazy enough to take on a crazy loon like Bill Cosby? I mean, you tell me. But you know what? Until next time, stay tuned for the next match. That's coming up right after this.